Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of free-to-play players have been entering the Spider-Tanks ecosystem. We've reviewed the game from a standpoint of a spender, and today we're going to be giving you the all-encompassing guide of how to play Spider-Tanks free-to-play. And not only that, I, as someone that's played over 2,500 games, hit the top of the rank ecosystem, will also tell you how to win games with free tanks. This is Classy Games. If you like the content, you know what to do. Like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get right into it. People have been asking me for an unedited version of playing Spider-Tanks free-to-play, and this is exactly what I'm going to do. First things first, you just played the tutorial, you just got a couple things, and here's what you're gonna do. You're going to go ahead and go to the garage, and the garage is going to have a very special little thing here called Pilot. On the top of my screen, you're going to see it. This is the Spider-Tanks ecosystem way of giving you access to tanks that people have spent money on for free. This is the free-to-play version of Spider-Tanks. As you can see here, verbatim, playing as the pilot will allow you to play with the tank of another player. This can either be a specific tank that has been assigned to you by a friend or a random tank from the pilots and captains program. If you play as a pilot, you will split the victory points earned with the owner of the tank. I promise I will explain the victory point system, but for the most part, you click on this little pilot program button, you're going to see random tanks begin to appear. You know you've got it right, and you're pretty much good to go. There's this contract feature, which I will explain, I promise, after this first game, so I can explain my thought process heading into Spider-Tanks. But in terms of abilities that I would recommend for any new player in Spider-Tanks, this is what I'm going to recommend to you. It's maybe not the best abilities for advanced players, but for you, it's going to be 100% the best every single game. Do this until you're comfortable with the game. The first ability you're going to use is Shield Drone. It makes you invulnerable, okay? I can actually go ahead and show this at the shooting range, which is pretty awesome. You know, you can actually go ahead and show these abilities. So, this is what Shield Drone does. Are you ready? I'm about to do it. I just did it. During that whole entire lifetime of this ability, you can see it, it makes you invulnerable. It costs 6 energy, it's pretty expensive, but this is what it does. The next one is called Repair Drone. Now, Repair Drone is the second ability I've got it selected, and what it does, it heals you. That's all it does. Why are these two abilities important? If you've noticed, they are very defensive abilities. It makes it so that you can make mistakes and get away with it. Now, to actually play the game, you need to go ahead and press play and press competitive. For the most part, the games are pretty fast in queue when you're in a low rank. So, there is that. While we're in queue, while we're waiting here, I'll go ahead, explain some of the other systems in the game. You've got the honor system, which is very important, actually. You start the game with 300 honor. A dishonorable human being. I really think they need to change the name on this one, and I'm sure they will. But pretty much what it means is you're going to be earning 25% of earnings when you're just starting the game, and you work yourself up to 100%. So people at 1,200 honor are earning 100% of earnings. People at 300 honor are earning 25% of earnings. This is important because the way this ecosystem works is when you actually want to cash out Silk, you are actually going to lose honor. So it incentivizes people to keep their tanks on their account. This is why this is so important, though. You know, I actually have Spider-Tanks transactions myself on my account. Of course, this isn't my main account here, but for the most part, when you hop on your account, you could do peer-to-peer trades. You could grab NFTs, sell those NFTs, and you don't actually lose honor. So the way people cash out on Spider-Tanks is not by selling Silk, but by buying NFTs with that Silk on Gyri and then selling it to another person. That is, at least right now, the best method of cashing out on Spider-Tanks. I probably just revealed all the secrets to the Matrix right now to you. So congratulations, you've officially learned how to cash out on Spider-Tanks. This is something I feel like a lot of people that are brand new to the game don't really understand, but that's exactly how it works. Something very important to actually note on Spider-Tanks is the fact that they do have a system where people that are higher ranked also earn more. So pretty much when you just start the game, you're going to be priced in at Aspire 1, which is the lowest rank. So you're going to be earning 25% of what a deity player makes. Here's the interesting thing, though. you're earning 25% in terms of honor score as well. So a guy with 1200 honor and a deity rank is earning so much more than you. You're earning 25% of 25%, right? So there's a massive difference in earnings when you just start the game. This is definitely a game that rewards people for long-term holding. I actually have an account at 1200 honor. That's my main account that I go ahead and play on. But we've just gotten into our first game. This is kill confirmed on Frozen Research. A couple things we have immediately figured out is the fact that, for one, our tank is automatically be putting. Oh my god, be putting. Who says that? Our tank was automatically put at battle rating 20, which means that our tank was actually pretty low rank, but it was automatically put up there because our teammates are at BR 30. They're at the highest level. They've got the strongest tanks. I actually have a pretty weak tank. We're going to do exactly what I preached. We're going to go shield drone and repair drone. Today we're going to be playing with a Gatling gun. I'll show you what the Gatling gun does, but for the most part, you hold it down, you shoot a bunch of bullets, and you do a whole heck of a lot of mayhem. Our team is heavily focused on long range. We see the finisher weapon, which is a homing missile, and the rocket artillery. The enemy team actually has a very close range tank, which we will have to be cautious of. Good thing for us, we have shield drones, so we can't afford to be out of position. And so we're going to immediately begin to rain on the enemy team and just show our prowess. I mean, this is how Spider Tanks is. You've got to go ahead and constantly pressure the enemy team. If you're not playing aggressive, you aren't playing Spider Tanks. That's just how it works. You need to be a very aggressive player on Spider Tank, so we're immediately going to begin pushing on the enemy team as the healer begins to get out of position, grabs me, but ends up just getting completely and utterly mutilated as a result. So we're up 3-0 right now. We're going to use the cover to our advantage. It looks like he's running out of bullets, so we're going to go ahead and push it in. The enemy team has a flamethrower, which is a close range tank, but he's playing with a flea, so for the most part, I'm not too worried. We'll just go ahead and let our teammate get hit a little bit and just do a little bit of that work on him. Pick up some of those little juicy chickens. The healer is looking very out of position, so we're going to go ahead, a pressure on there, get some shots off if we can, get a free kill. The person with a flamethrower is looking very out of position as well, so we're just going to go ahead, rain mayhem. This is why it's so important to have healing abilities and repair drone on your arsenal in terms of abilities. If you haven't noticed, I've been pretty much using my energy in maximum efficiency this entire time. I've gone ahead and made sure that I've been healing. I've made sure that I'm shield droning and having enough energy in case I need to actually use that. And I've been pretty much in position this entire game. And that's good to see. It's good to see. But as you can see here, sometimes mistakes do happen, so don't beat yourself up if you do end up dying. We're going to go ahead and respawn here, push in with our teammates. Our teammate gets caught out here, making it 10-for-2. As you can see, dying in this game does end up having pretty stark consequences because your teammates end up being out of position. So it's actually really important that you go ahead and don't die. Like, if you die, you could be accounting for 2 or 3 of your teammates' deaths just off you dying. So make sure you're not making these mistakes and that you're taking full advantage of your life at every given opportunity. So we go ahead and grab a quick kill here on the Gatling gun, making sure that we're picking up chickens here. Seems like the flamethrower is rushing in, does end up dying. We immediately go ahead and switch onto the healer. He is pretty much cornered. He's trying to run away. We'll get the actual distance to run away. Does end up getting picked off. For the most part, this game is a victory. And right, this is the main thing I want to stress here. I'm pressuring the opponent constantly. I'm making sure that I'm not giving them breathing room to do anything. He makes a mistake, runs out of bullets. I'm immediately on him, killing him. I have proper distance, knowing that the flamethrower is probably going to teleport on me. And yeah, I'm just making sure that I'm getting maximum value at all times. And this is, by the way, with a tank that is battle rating 30 against battle rating 20 against battle rating 30 tanks. So I'm playing with a weaker tank than my opponents, but I'm still winning, right? You can still definitely win with weaker tanks in this game. He teleports in, instantly dies, making sure I get my heals in. The healer on the enemy team is trying to do his things, being annoying. We always like a little annoying opponent, but there you go. We won. Now, If you'll notice anything, we'll probably not earn much victory points. I think we'll earn, let's see how much we earn here. So we get the unranked thing there. It'll show up there. So today we earn 19 victory points. Remember, this is 25% of 25%. So actually, we probably would have earned like 100 and maybe 100 something off of this game if we had maximum rank and maximum honor. But there it is, right? And by the way, go ahead, claim your little graduation hat. You just graduated from SpiderTank's free-to-play ecosystem here. In terms of this hat, it's actually good. Like, it's a good prop. I use this prop on my main account. Like, I literally have right now, we've got use code Classy, and then we've got Classy Games YT. On use code Classy, I use the graduation hat. So they don't give you bad props at all. Use the props, take advantage of them. Now, with this being said, what's the end goal as a free-to-play player? I've just shown you a game. I've shown you how the system works. How do people actually earn from all of this? Well, this is very simple. They do it off of the pilot contract system. The pilot contract system is a system on SpiderTanks to give people the opportunity to have direct lending. If you know anything about Axie Infinity or some of these other play-to-earn games, well, you actually know that these games are heavily focused on direct lending. Direct lending is really important. Direct lending is something that pretty much is invaluable in ecosystems. And it makes it so people can use some of the better tanks if they're better. If you're a higher ranked player, then as you saw there, you're earning more victory points than someone that isn't a high rank. So it's extremely important that you're constantly min-maxing exactly what you're playing with. In fact, there are people that go ahead and give me Ancient Tanks as someone that's a top-ranked player to go ahead and play on. You know, this is all I own on this account, this little Viking helmet. And this is how much I've been earning. 46 silk, 10 silk, 18 silk, 11 silk here, 6 silk here. And then this is how I'm doing it, right? Go ahead, load up the game here so you can actually see. I am playing right now with an Ancient Tank, with the most expensive tank in the game. I got 22,000 victory points during today, and this is how. I don't own this tank. Someone actually went ahead and was gracious enough to let me use it. And they were asking specifically for Legend Plus players. Legend Plus players right now on the ELO ranking are the top 43 players in the game. So if you're top 43, you could have qualified to play an Ancient Tank there. And this isn't the only person looking for Ancient Tanks. There's a lot of people that are looking for solid pilots. So your goal as a free-to-play player, get as high as you can, get as good as at the game as you can. And then what you're going to go ahead and end up doing is you're going to go on the SpiderTanks pilot program Discord, and you're going to look for tanks. You're going to spam this thing. You're going to see, like, for example, here, there's an epic tank that you could use if you are a certain rank. Here's a level 30 railgun. You want the rare railgun there. You've got a repair gun. You've got another railgun. Just a bunch of little different tanks that are here for pilots to use. Triple threat, level 20 legendary. So be sure to take advantage of all of this. You've got, repair artillery, Brambler, flamethrower, legendary. So many different things to take advantage of. And it's up to you as someone that can get high enough rank to play these tanks. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Figured it was about time that we played the free-to-play experience. You're not going to be making much, if anything at all, when you just start off, but you can work your way up and slowly get to that point where something becomes a reality. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Stay classy, and that's all.